Okay everybody, in this video what we're going to do is go over the brand new Perun torch. We're going to discuss what you get inside it, what you don't get inside it, and the bundle option that we're going to have for our Christmas sale event. We're also going to do a complete comparison video with the previous H2R. So we're going to do a comparison of that and the Perun, show you them side by side, show you what you get. So let's get to it. Okay everybody, so we're going to do an unboxing of the Perun, show you what you get inside. Torch on here, it is maximum 2000 lumens, 120 meters of throw. You can see all the good stuff there about the battery, and then some of the features and the run times. So 2000 lumens is your maximum, and then you're going to drop down to 800 lumens for 160 minutes. It's got them high of 500 lumens for 4 hours. That's a massive improvement on the other one. The other torch, the H2R, was the high was 600 lumens, but only for 2.5 hours. So that 100 lumen of a difference is definitely, negligible. You can't really tell that 100 lumens, but that 4-hour runtime is brilliant. And then down to 120 lumens, and then 30 and 5, and you can see your run times there. IPX5 and 1.5 meter drop test. So just some wee gumph in here for you, just to check that out, and just remember to please remove the tag from the battery. So we'll get to the torch in a minute. Just show you what all you get in the box. So inside you will see a wee tool here to put the lanyard on, so we'll give you a lanyard with it. You have the MCC Type 3 charge cable, which is good to see, so that will do a fast charge, so very, very good if you're using this in the car, in between journeys. You can have that topped up, no problem at all. And your user manual. And last but not least, your lanyard, okay? So that's all the bits you get inside. But you guys want to see the torch. So here you go. Really nice coloration on that with that black. Really like the knurling. No hard spots on it. It's all very nicely smoothed around. You can see the LED, which it's the same sort of style of reflector as we had in the Baton Pro. And of course on the top here you have the sensor, which I think when you look at it that way, it looks a wee bit like our Olight logo. But that sensor that we cut out there is your proximity sensor. So when the torch is on, that's on turbo. If you bring it near to something, it will turn it right down. So that's roughly, there we go. So that's a couple of inches away, drop straight down. So you can hold that there, that's still turned on in my hand, but you can hold that there and it's not going to overheat and cause any sort of damage to you or any of your kit. So if it does accidentally turn on, you don't have anything to worry about. I would still recommend using the lockout feature, but that's just me, that's how I roll. I use the lockout feature a lot in my torches. Good strong pocket clip as well. Again, you can use that there to catch onto a peak cap as well. Very nice strong pocket clip. Give you a look at the battery. So the battery, in comparison, the other one was 3000 milliamps. So this is a 3500 milliamp battery, 3.6 volt, 18650. So that's what you're getting for that. And of course you're getting that extra runtime as well, which is a fantastic improvement on the H2R. Let's get that in. Oh, why we do that? Before we do that, there's a nice O-ring here to for your waterproofness and protect the threads and all. So that's it all nicely sealed up, and of course magnetic charging on there. And for the charge cable, very easy to slap that on. And of course that's going to light up red when it's charging, green when it's fully charged. And with that MCC3 style cable, you're going to get better charging, and it's going to be a fast charging. And of course it's compatible with the older torches as well, so you can use it that way. Let's give you a side-by-side comparison between the H2R and the Perun. Let's go for the lens first of all. So you can see it's a bigger head, bigger lens, so you don't have that sort of orange peel style. It's got a bit of a rough texture on there for that reflector. You have a very nice clean reflector. Bigger head, so it's got obviously a bigger spread of light, and it is, say, slightly longer than the H2R as well, but still harkening back, still the same sort of light. It is a wee bit thicker, I think, as well, just very slightly thicker, I think, just comparing to the two side by side. But with that textured grip, very nice when hands are wet. It works really well, but doesn't hinder if you use it in the head strap. Beam comparison as well. You can see this is more of a softer beam on that. Definitely a lot softer than the, that's got quite an aggressive hotspot, I think, for the H2R. Not that the H2R is bad, it's still a really good torch, but just that's the differences between the two. But you could use the MCC charger in the H2R if you really wanted to, but it's good that the Perun does come with the MCC3 charge cable. So that is that, and of course these are available in limited edition blue. So we have really went through blue this year in 2019 with a lot of models having the blue, and the Perun is no different. Really like the coloration of that. It does come with a pocket clip, just I have it off for this video. So it is really good. Now, there's some outdoor stuff that we're going to go through here, but this is the optional head strap. Okay, there's slight upgrades in this from the other head strap. You have some more reflective bits. Still a good strong magnet here, and an easier ring there to pull around and to attach it. But it still is very usable, very nice for turning it around and adjusting for your beam profile wherever you want it. Still sits really nice, and I've used this on the head strap and it doesn't bother me at all. The weight is really nice. So it's only 20 grams heavier than the H2R, and you sort of can see where that difference is with the likes of the head being a bigger head on it. So you can see it is slightly heavier, but it's still really, really nice, and say the difference between the black and blue looks lovely. So I've used it as a head torch, using it a lot with power washing around the dogs and stuff, and cleaning the car, checking things around the house at night, especially in bad weather. And I really like the idea of the optional head strap. So these are going to be a bundle item for our Christmas event. So you can pick up the torch by itself. If you don't need a head strap, then you can just pick the torch up by itself. But if you do, then we're going to bundle in the head strap for you. So you can pick your torch in blue or black and the head strap as a bundle, and get that out. So we're going to have prices on the screen for what that's going to be. Check out the card above for our main sale video for that. So there you go, that is a bit of a look at the Perun. I like it. I think it was great with the body on that. Looks really nice. Couple of changes from Fan Day, which we don't have in it anymore, that we don't have the wave feature has been disabled out of it. But do you know what? I haven't really needed to use it, to be honest. In my testing, I haven't really needed the wave feature enabled in this one, but we'll see. So far, I really like this. I've carried this a lot as an EDC light as well, and I never would have carried the H2R as an EDC light. I just don't know why, I just wouldn't have. But I find that is really nice. Even handing it to my kids. Kids are getting out of the car, it's dark, and I'm just going, here you go, putting on a low or medium setting for them, and letting them walk into the house, and you know, they like using the torches, so it's, you know, it's a nice wee torch for them to carry around as well. But I've used that, had it, carried it. I think it's really nice. So that is the Perun. Okay, so a lot of members of the haulage industry have said to us about using a light for when they're out and about, especially this time of year. It's in the middle of winter, it's freezing cold outside, and when they're delivering goods or delivering machinery, whatever they're doing, having to then back into an area that's really poorly lit in the early hours of the morning. So here I am at an industrial estate, and it is pitch black. I see quite a lot of vehicles around me, but if you're having to deliver something at nighttime, then you want to be able to see in a poorly lit area, you want to be able to light up. Maybe the lights on the trailer you've been given are not strong enough for a good reversing light. Maybe they're just there as standard tail lights. Maybe they don't have area lights on them. Like some trailers don't. There's trailers around here that only have the standard lights on them. Perun very easily solves that, especially with, even on high, having a 4-hour runtime on high at 500 lumens with that area light. Very simply, just to attach it onto the side of the trailer, and there it's me completely lit up. If I may be guiding somebody in to a factory, if you're a factory worker, if you're offloading at a distributing centre, if you're working on the boats and the ferries, having that sort of area light that you can slap on and go, here mate, I'll help you reverse in, and just backing that person in. It's a fantastic light. I'm well back here, and I'm completely lit up. Of course, guys are going to be wearing high vis as well, which will help to be identified. So the Perun is fantastic for that. A good high runtime of 4 hours maximum on the high mode. So that's great. And of course you can use the L-dock or just the charging lead. It has the MCC3 charging lead, which is the upgraded charge lead. It has that in it already. So if you're constantly on the go, you can just have that there between jobs and you're driving, have that connected and charging up, which is a real bonus. So we're gonna have a look around this industrial estate and see what else we can use this head torch for. You can say have the optional extra of the bundle that we're doing for the head strap, but even carrying this as an EDC light with that right angle bezel, it is very useful for lighting up an area. If you have to change a wheel, and to be able to slap that onto the side of a vehicle if you have to change a wheel, or just to give area light to something. Sometimes if you're wearing it as a head strap, as a head torch, then you're restricted, as in you're the person with the headlight on. So if you're moving around, if you're like going to get something, you've taken light away from that area, especially at nighttime. So to be able to mark a vehicle and have that pool of light around you, it's going to keep you safe, it's going to keep all the people around you safe, and people are going to see, oh, there's something ahead on the road, but maybe let off a bit, pay a bit more attention. So we're going to have a look around and see what else we can use the Perun for. So I'm just, scenario is that I've broken down, maybe got a flat wheel or something, and I've identified, yeah, it's a flat, let's get either pumped up, get emergency patch kit in it, or change the wheel. But even if I'm by myself, I can slap the torch on there and I've got a good pool of light. I've got my coat on, I can get my high-vis stuff on and ready. I can just get to work at changing the tyre, or even just getting it pumped up and getting on my way. But having that pool of light there, even if we turn off the light here on camera, there's a nice pool of light, and that's not even on turbo. So there we go, that's on turbo. Having a nice pool of light there available just to work down, that's really usable light to be able to get in and say change the wheel instead of just a single straight body torch at that. But you can get really into nooks and crannies here as well with that right angle bezel. to check for any debris, check stuff under your car, any guys in security, heightened threat levels and stuff, having to check underneath your vehicle. That's quite a good torch for doing that as well, to be able to check under your vehicle with that right angle bezel. But be able to put it anywhere you want, to put it here, or to be able to put it up higher. So identified as maybe an issue, that's it up higher in the car. You can mark an area, you can just move it up higher. Whatever you need, you can light up a pool of light for examination of your car, your vehicle, whatever's going wrong. So guys working a night shift on factory floors, taking deliveries of goods, moving cages around, stuff like that there. If they are lone workers, sometimes skeleton crews on at night in some night shift operations. For example, say here we have there's an accident and you're the first responder and you're the one who has to save the day. So you're already prepared, you have your first aid kit ready, you've already got your training stuff. Having a really good head torch or just an EDC light like the Perun on you is invaluable. So for example, I can slap it up here, find a sweet spot, there we go, use it for scene lighting. So if I've got a casualty on the ground, I can then work around that casualty. If I'm directing in paramedics, I can say it's down there, it's lit up, so they'll be able to see that area. If any vets who are doing emergency sections and stuff on cattle, you're basically going to be there with yourself and the farmer, maybe a farm hand, maybe the son or daughter on the farm as well, helping out. But being able to, instead of using it as a head strap, being able to just put it on an area, put it on the side of a gate, put it in the side of the house, and having an area light here spilling out around you. Even on an RTC, we've got paramedics who are using the predecessor, the H2R, and paramedics using that just basically to pass off to, maybe you have an observer with you, maybe you have a member of the public who's willing to help, willing to help you out on a scene. You can go here, hold this, and just give them a job, holding that above you, above that casualty. We've had people in the past who've said to us how invaluable that right angle light is to be able to cast a soft enough beam but a bright enough beam around an area to allow doctors to work at the scenes of major incidents. We've had people having to do emergency tracheotomies, and the doctor's been screaming for, has anybody got a good torch? We've had paramedics being able to pull out the predecessor to this and to be able to light up a massive area to aid the doctor. And of course, this is a better beam pattern and it's going to have a longer run time as well. So it's really up to the job of being able to step in and be that emergency light to help you out in your kit. Even guys doing paperwork, so you can have that on. If we pick a nice decent setting, we can clip that on. Now you're here, you're at a scene of an accident, you're at a search, you're doing search and rescue, stuff like that there. You can clip that on with the included pocket clip, and now you're taking notes. You're completely hands-free, you're taking notes. You can use the head strap if you wish, but again, you are moving around and maybe blinding people, but you can have that very easily, writing down notes, stuff like that there for an incident, instead of being able to clip that off and go to work. So it's definitely invaluable, that right angle light, remembering in the 80s and 90s that the British Army using the old right angled torches. So definitely they knew something about the benefits of a right angled torch. And with that beam pattern and say that LED, it is absolutely fantastic. Definitely up to the job. So I really like it. I think it's a fantastic light, and these are on offer for Christmas. So check them out. Okay everybody, if you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to our YouTube channel. Hit the bell notifications so you'll be up to date on all the videos that we release here at Olight UK. And feel free to pick a video to watch next, somewhere around here.